What the fuck is up? It's your boy Leafy's here, and welcome back to another episode of iCarly. At some points in the video, the sound just decides to kill itself, and I'm not really sure why, and there's fuck all I can do about it. So, at times, you're just going to be left with a deafening sound in my voice, and I hope you thoroughly enjoy it. Today we're going to be talking about school, and why it's bad, because, a very original opinion I hold. School as a concept is great. It prepares children with information they'd need to know to get by in life, right? So, which, as a concept, on paper, is excellent. Everyone needs that. It's the future generations. It's how you prepare the future generations to then prepare the future generations to then prepare the future generations, and you kind of need to. It's a place of learning, and you need to learn to do everything. Any job you ever want, you're gonna need to learn something to do it, unless you already know it, in which case you will have already learnt it. So, on paper, school is great, but in practice, it's kind of fucking trash, bro. The shit we learn, bro. I know so fucking much about World War II. Why the fuck do I need that? Why do I need to know that Hitler's birthday is 4/20? Actually, that's pretty fucking cool. Never mind, I need to know that. But, it doesn't affect me. History as a whole subject doesn't really affect us in general. Some people hold this belief that history repeats itself, and it's all very cryptic and whatever the fuck. That's a load of fucking bollocks. I say that as we are in the midst of a global pandemic, and there has been a global pandemic every 100 years, but we'll ignore that for now. Then there's maths, right? Fucking mathematics is another useless subject. Half the theorems and calculations you do lead to sweet fuck all. There's so many sources online that just do these calculations, and all you have to do is input the numbers. So there is never gonna be a situation where I'm gonna need this, and yet we're forced to learn it, which leads to a great deal of stress, because it's built up on this platform that it holds this great importance in life. And if maths and English specifically, if you're not good at these subjects, you're basically fucked for the rest of your life, and you need to be good at these ones. These are the important ones. Basic level maths, basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, division can be helpful, because you're not gonna want to whip out your fucking calculator every time you want to fucking count up how many pizza slices go to each person, But then when you get into complicated maths, anything that anyone's learning over the age of 12, fucking algebra specifically, why are letters in maths? What the fuck is the point in that? I am never gonna need to add A and B and find C, bro. Fuck is the point of that shit? And it's not good for students. It's not good for people's mental well-being to be forced into these standardized tests in these topics, because ultimately it's causing harm to these students. Thankfully, in Ireland, the junior cert has been cancelled completely, but the leaving cert's only been postponed. It's still going to take place at some point, and now it's sort of like this big build-up, because currently it's April. It would have been in 2 months. Now it's in fucking God knows how long. I think it's in August or September or some shit. Maybe it's July. Either way, it's adding an extra month, which does sound good as an extra month to study, but it's just causing more stress in this build-up. And I mean, in the situation the world is in right now, there's people fucking burying their siblings, their parents. Ireland has a fucking 94% death rate for this shit, and the UK has 98. Like, it's not looking good, and they still want people to sit these tests for subjects that don't even fucking matter. There's no reason why a person's entire worth should be placed upon how well they do in a test. Sure, if you want to study fucking medicine, you want to become a doctor, you're gonna need to know shit about medicine. You're gonna need to have basic forms of chemistry and shit like that. But again, with maths, with fucking geography, like, let's say I was to go on to become a doctor, I don't fucking need geography for that shit. I don't need whatever the fuck other subjects I'm forced to learn. I don't need religion. I don't need history. It's all just meaningless bullshit, which we're forced to learn for no apparent reason. And then your entire worth as a person is placed on that, not only by schools, which they say it isn't, but you know, schools always favour the smarter kids, and the smarter kids always get picked for everything. And then they hide that as, oh no, it's not the smarter kids, it's the kids who do well. It's the kids who do well in the test. It's the ones who study. There's always going to be those people who are inherently smart and don't even have to study. That doesn't make them a better person, though, than anyone else. There's way too much value put into your academic ability from such a young age, and it makes you, it prepares you for life in a way that you shouldn't be prepared for life, if that makes sense. You shouldn't be forced to grow up thinking that the kid who does better in the tests is better than you, and that because you don't study well, you're worse. I mean, there's so many kids right now, we've been off school over a month, so many kids right now I know personally who cannot physically learn in this time. Not because obviously there's no school, which is the main point, but I mean, there's a lot of children who need to be in a classroom and they need to have shit actually taught to them for them to be able to learn. And this sent home fucking emailed work isn't working. And yet, people still have to do a test on this. And their worth as a person is still going to be decided by this. And it's so undeserving and it's so unjust. And there's literally fuck all we can do about it, because it's been like this for years, and that's just how it is. It's always been people's self-worth has been placed on how well they do in a test. And then there's the parents who get mad when their son or daughter gets a score that the parent isn't happy with. I mean, as long as you're trying your best and as long as you're genuinely putting effort in, is that not enough? Like, should the worth others place on you not be judged by how hard you try rather than how much you succeed? Because I know there's people who definitely try far harder than me, and I, by some fucking dumb luck, genetics, whatever the fuck, just so happen to be better at a certain thing than them, even though I know they were putting in way more effort than me. And fuck it, they deserve way more praise than I do, but I'm still the one getting it. And that's not fair. I don't deserve that, and they don't deserve that either. But there's nothing I can do about it. I'm sorry, this entire thing has kind of been a total fucking train wreck. I literally had fuck all planned. I just really wanted to record something. I hope you're all doing well in this trying time, and I mean, schoolwork starts again in a week, less than. It's important to stay hydrated. Make sure you're socially distancing, and staying in when you can. If you're going out, make sure it's just for exercise. Again, I went out on another run today, and amount of fucking people I saw out in groups, because the weather was better today, so it was even worse. Like groups of people fucking playing football and shit. I don't fucking know. I mean, whatever the fuck. This has been iCarly. I hope you enjoyed.